Reverse, James breaks, no hits, you know it up, put on more steam. Protect our kickers, our quarterback, our lead, our ball game. All obstacles, block, cut, sides, through the games after this win it. Press you again, we're here for the first minute. Carry my team there 6 minutes.
Rocky Top! You'll always be.
Just look around. You got the mountains, you got the most beautiful city in the whole entire country. The university is absolutely, looks like it's out of a storybook. It's just beautiful. People are incredibly genuine and extremely nice. It's just a place that obviously I'd want my kids to go to school. And it sells itself. You don't have to sell anything about this place. You just got to get them here. You know, the old field of dreams. Yeah. Build it and they will come. It's already built.
Consistent competitors, elite competitors. You're the same guy every single day. No matter who's in the stands, everybody 102,000 or nobody. Opponents nameless, it's faceless. Being consistent in the way that we approach the game. We had a good start to the football game. Winning on the road's tough. Winning on the road against the good football teams, tough. They're good. Okay? We're going to continue to face better as we go. Played well tonight. Anybody think we played our best tonight? No. Good teams keep getting better. Keep getting better. I'm proud of the investment, the competitive composure, resetting to the next play, continuing to compete. Man, it's just us being us, all right? And let's just keep making us a better version every single day. You guys got me?
Yes, sir.
All right. This thing, coming back to normal was never about me. It was not. But I appreciate you all having a little extra for me.
Here.
I do. I love you guys, and I really mean that.
We love you. Go.
I know. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of how we've grown. Damn, our best is still out in front of us. We got
Hell yeah.
One day at a time to just keep getting better. You guys got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I love it. Bow your heads, grab two.
Yo. Hey, we did that for you, Coach. I just game ball for you.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name's Boogie Bentley. He's Coach Jay. Coach Jay, you got a little tear in your eye after that intro? Got a little tear in your eye?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Boogie. I Miss J hadn't seen it, and I woke up this morning, flipped on your video, and I was like, "Oh, Miss J, check this out. You didn't get to see this." And I think she looked over at me and saw a grown man crumbled, crying like a little baby, because I got a little emotional. It got me a bit last night on the live, and man, just the discipline and love in the guys' voices when they're talking back and forth with Coach Heupel. I hope y'all can hear it because it speaks gigantic volumes of how much they respect him. Just the tone in their yes sir, their tone in we love you too, Coach. Um, Said it last night. Those kids lay down, die for Coach Hype if they ask them to, and stand by that. I believe that it was authentic. It was genuine. It was amazing to see. And football is family, and that was a wonderful, wonderful demonstration of it. And we we throw around the word culture all the dang time around here, and that's what culture looks like right there. You can circle that and pin it up.
We talked about it off air last night, me, you, and Coach Rice. You know, the emotion for Coach Hype with his mom, right? And it's like
Yeah,
you think he's sitting there going, "This meant a little bit more to me," and getting emotional because he got fired 10 years ago. No, man, it's about his mom and losing her
yeah,
over the summer and coming back to Norman. And it's like, you know, hearing him talk, I've seen so many clips. I always try to save the post game for Mondays. Like that's a Monday morning thing that we do here on the Talkin VAWLS Network after Kaner signs off. So I try to save it, but I saw the clips, man. People asking about his mom and him saying, you know, she was excited about this game. She was ready for me to come back to her home, but I've got a new home. Rocky Top is my new home. And man, you know, and listening to AP talk about it on the VolQuest post game mini pod and saying how the Heupel family always takes a family picture, you know, inside the stadium after the game. And it's like, I've been there, done that, man. You take family pictures, you take Christmas pictures, and it's like you see the picture and somebody's missing from that picture. Like I've been through that. And it's like, I think that's why it makes me emotional, man, because I know if I was in his shoes, I'm thinking about my mom before the game, after the game, when you get back to the hotel, when you're on the bus. That's what you're always thinking about. But guess what? Those kids know that. And like for Nico to come up and be like, "We did this for you, man." And it's like it's that mutual thing, right? It's like you have poured into so many kids as a coach. But guess what? Those kids look up to you as a father figure. And it's like those kids are coming saying, "Hey, man, we did this for you." And on the flip side of that, you're looking at those kids going, "I see that y'all gave a little extra for me tonight. Y'all put a little more steam on for me tonight." Can't beat
yeah.
that relationship, man.
Heck no, you can't beat that relationship. It gives you the confidence that this team can face adversity and pull through it. Is what it does for me as a coach. I look at stuff like that and I think at some point this team's going to be up against the wall and facing adversity, and they're going to be able to bite down and pull through because they have that foundation to stand on. You know, they know what they're out there fighting for. It's their teammates, it's their coach, it's this culture, it's this program. And when you're tired and beat up, it gives you uh, a reason to press on and push harder.
Everybody loved the intro. Jacob says, "I ain't gonna lie, I'm in the truck driving home, got a system in my truck, and that intro was just smacking." I felt like it was worth it. Sometimes I think
Yeah,
it's willing to it's worth it to say screw the ad revenue. Let's have a good time, man. That's what YouTube's all about. It's why the film breakdown stuff was so fun to me. Like screw ad revenue. You guys, for the fans, by the fans, fan funded. You guys said, "Boogie, let me take the tab." That's what you do right here. Rip drops a $5 super chat, says GBO Dorfy. Shout out, Rip. We appreciate it. Ball fan 25 for 10. Tennessee will recover with the bye week. Hype and his coaches need to focus on getting the offense better and defense getting more guys in the backfield. How many TFLs did they have Saturday? I think this defense is living in the backfield, man. They gave up a yard per carry, 1.1 yards per carry, 11 TFLs, 3 sacks. I think the defense is living in the backfield. Offensively, we're going to talk about that here in just a second. Let us catch up on Super Chats, and then I want to talk to Coach Jay. Then we're going to open it up to you guys, let you guys come on here and talk about it. Right at the top, Tom is in the house for 5, says, I got 5 on that intro for sure. Somebody even say, I got 5 on it. Please don't clip that. Joey Carroll for 5. The greatness for your greatness is building. Is our greatness building, Coach Jay?
It is.
Oh, is it?
I feel it. I'm going with that. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that.
I've been told that imitation's the biggest form of flattery. So maybe we are doing things the right way. Allegedly. Austin Stubblefield for 5. Dorothy, what's up, y'all? Oklahoma fans. Big mad today. I love it. Absolutely love it. David Hall for 2 says, best show on the web. Boogie and Coach J rock. We appreciate you. Thank you, David, for the super chat. Dude, we got so many dudes and women that come on this show on the fan call-ins, but the regular rotation, man, we got so many dudes. I feel like Rodney Garner. And it's kind of comical. Before the season, I'm like, guys, I don't know who to plug where. We got so many people that contribute to this channel. We're blessed here, David. So thank you for the super chat. Robert Tuck for 5. So glad we have Coach Hype. GBO. We got a good one, boys. We got a good one. We got a special one. Let's talk about rewatch, Coach Jay. Can I go first? Yeah. You're going to be so much more technical than me. And I've already buried the lead because we talked about it right before we went live. But for me, like I rewatched a little bit of the game, and then I listened to a bunch of people move the goalpost, right? Josh Pate said, you did it against a bad NC State team. You did it against a quarterbackless Oklahoma. Did we? Because that makes me laugh because I can rewind time and go back and look at the quarterback rankings coming out in Nico's class when everybody was disrespecting Nico. Are they quarterbackless? That's fine. Jonathan Crompton. Let's start with this, and then we'll just kind of work our way into it. Jonathan Crompton, listening to A to Z Sports. I love what those guys – I love Charlie, man. Charlie and Zach are awesome.
Yeah, Charlie.
Sometimes I disagree with Jonathan Crompton.
I find myself often disagreeing with Jonathan Crompton, to be completely frank with you. And sometimes I love what he says, but yeah, go ahead.
You're going to disagree with him on this because we touched on this a little bit last night in the postgame. Somebody put it in the chat. Jonathan Crompton says Heupel doesn't trust Nico. And he follows it up and says, that's okay. You didn't have to. Then he goes on to say that Heupel has not opened up the playbook.
I'm not going to get into it and why, but I happen to actually know for a fact that that's not true about the playbook specifically. For those of you who watch the channel,
you said it.
You'll understand why.
You exposed yourself.
Boogie knows we've had personal talks, and I've shown him personal things, and
I got the receipts.
Hey, from a long time ago, long before that.
If you ever turn on me, I got the receipt.
I know I'm screwed. Screwed. But let's just put it this way: that is not true. Heupel trusts Nico with the playbook. Let's put it that way. It is not disputable, and Crompton saying that was shooting from the hip and hitting the ceiling rather than the gunman standing across from him. We'll put it that way. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. That's it.
So I watched Aaron Murray break down the film on the game. We talk about it all the time, the all 22, where you can see the overhead, you can see the safeties, you can see the corners, you can see the entire field. It's not like watching it on TV. Aaron Murray does a great job. I love his YouTube channel. I've just started watching it the last few weeks. And man, oh man, when you see the full field, number one, watching the replay from the TV, you just got further confirmation that our offensive line got their tails whipped. Our tackles got whipped all day long. On top of that, man, the corners played really good football. Oklahoma was willing to sell out. Their safeties played downhill all day long. If there was a play action, guess what? They were coming downhill, and they were coming downhill fast. And that's what made the run game so difficult, man. But it also opened up the middle of the field a few times. That's why you saw the touchdown to Dante Thornton. That's why you saw Nico connect on the slant. There were other times throughout the course of the night in the plays that Aaron Murray showed. Now, he doesn't break down every play. He shows select plays that we had guys open, but Nico was running for his life because of offensive line play. It cost a touchdown to Dante Thornton because of offensive line play. But I just think when you sit back and look at it, you got to give credit where credit's due. Oklahoma's defense played great. They played great, man, and their corners particularly played great. And I just think it was the perfect storm of their corners played good enough, but their weakness Nico couldn't get to because of the lack of play by the offensive line. That's my recap. You're muted. Dang it, Coach Jay.
Yeah, sorry, rookie. Perpetual rookie over here with the mute button. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Obviously, I think I came out last night and right away said, first of all, tip your cap to Venables in that defense. They schemed up a great scheme. In the first 3 series alone, from the defense of Oklahoma, listen to this real quick, guys. We saw, these are the defenses we saw. We saw Buffalo invert, cover 2, cover 1 robber, Brown Trey, open green, Vice cover 1, base cover 3, 6 buzz, Rip Liz scheme, Sky 3, Cloud 6, and Saint Cloud weak corner smash invert. Just in the first 3 series.
Cloud 6. Let's talk. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So, and 6 buzz. We also saw 6 buzz in it. They kind of,
you know, what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
This Buffalo, they really like to stay in the Buffalo invert and most of the game, but we can talk about that if you want.
What I want to talk about, me and you having a wrestling match for charity, and we're gonna go tackle, step down, get it again. We're gonna hit the Tennessee do-si-do. You come back, boom, 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 shabby da. I'll fight back up. You understand what I'm saying? You got me? Can we go have a wrestling match now? That's the language you're speaking right now.
I get killed. Yeah, sorry about that. But we won't get into a huge breakdown. But listen, Buffalo is basically meaning that we're bracketing the run at all times with either our cheetah or our Mike linebacker or our cheetah and our Leo defensive end, depending on the situation, with invert help from our corner and or our strong safety or free safety. Yeah, sorry about that, Tim. And they like to switch those guys out a lot. They like to move them around depending on where their apex player is. Typically, their apex player is the cheetah for them. Typically, it's the star for us. It just kind of depends. Once again, Boogie, we were talking about it backstage. We kind of got to dial it in. Maybe we can grab all 22 or something like that, because I really would love to jump into some of these things, in more detail than we have right at this moment. But the point is, the whole point to what I was talking about was this defense came out with an extremely multiple plan, and they executed it correctly, like to a high skill level. The fact that when we lost our tackles, that was when our offense changed, right? And it certainly changed. And upon rewatch, I kind of get it. I do think Coach Hype went into kind of cruise control at that point, because even look at it in the second half. What did you see? Here's what you saw. They would start this kind of dink and dunk thing where they'd hit Brew on the outside for a little 5-yard pass. They'd hit him again. They'd have like 2 little quick dink passes. It'd be like 3rd and 1. They'd pick up the first down. They'd have 2 more little dink passes, pick up the first down, and then they would run it 1, 2, 3 times because they had field position, and then they would punt it away and play keep away. So it just kind of turned into this cruise control thing that was frustrating, because it felt like they were playing not to win, and they were playing conservative football, if you will, and did things like other things come into play, like the field, protecting Nico. Of course, all that had a effect on it, to just sit there and, a lot of people are easily saying things like, oh, Nico should have ran the ball more. Well, he was sacked 3 times, which against a defense that's dominating with no offensive tackles, that's not a whole bunch of sacks to take. I kind of look at it like watching a boxing match, like being a big overweight person watching a boxing match on the couch eating potato chips and going, hey, I would have thrown more jabs if I were in the ring. I wouldn't I wouldn't have got my ass kicked like that. You know, it's just
No, my favorite's
it can be a little
MMA. My
frustrating.
favorite's
Yeah, okay.
MMA. You're on your back, somebody's in mount, they're just raining down elbows. Get
Yeah,
up! Get
yeah.
up! Well,
Get up.
bro, I can't get up. I'm trying. Believe me, I'm trying to get up
Yeah.
right now. I can't get up. Yeah, but going conservative, and we kind of went back and forth on this last night, but it's like, look at the offensive line play, and Heupel touched on this again post game. The clip's floating all over Twitter. Nico got destroyed twice. Once blindside, another time both Davis. Both times, God bless his heart. Dane Davis got blown up, sack fumble, turn the football over. Once you're on your own 5, you give them the football on your own 5, and you survive that. So Josh Heupel's looking at this, and Josh Heupel's going, "Hey, we got a pretty comfortable lead here. It's 19-3 at halftime. It's 19-3. Their offense has not done anything. What is the worst thing that could happen? We gift them the game, right? We got lucky twice. Both those fumbles, we got it right back. You got lucky that your defense went out and bailed you out. So let's not give them their opportunity. Let's make them earn it. Like, why take shots down the field? At the end of the day, like you going back to what you said weeks ago, it ain't about fan service. It's about winning the damn game. That's it. That's all that matters.
That's it. At the end of the day, it's all it is. And heck, I was guilty of it at times during the game too, watching it, wanting fan service. 100% was guilty of it. I wanted them when it was 25-9 to go out there and keep throwing that deep slant, that deep post, and going crazy on, especially when we were running those dink and dunk passes to the outside. It pulled those safeties outward, and it really opened up the middle again. And I was staring right at it, and then 3 runs, and it's like, but that's not what I want. But who gives a crap what I want?
Yep.
I'm Coach Jay watching, getting ready for the Talkin VAWLS. Hype's out there on the grass of the SEC trying to win a game on the road to a team that really don't lose at home. So you got to give respect where respect is due, and kind of let sleeping dogs lie, if you will.
I see you guys chomping at the bit in the chat, ready to get on here for the fan call, and we're going to do it. Let me catch up with the super chats. Aiden Seals for 5. I was compelled by Boogie's vocals to also put 5 on it. Put 5 on it. How about that? That deserves another $5 at least. I'm trying to pay off the intro. So shout out, Aiden. We appreciate you. Alpha Man 06 becomes a member of the channel. Shout out, Alpha Man. Also, Scratch Off Grid becomes a member of the channel. You members, you pay the light bill. We appreciate you. Keep those memberships coming. You know what? We've not given away a T-shirt in a minute.
Yeah.
That's 2 new memberships tonight. 2 out of we got 500 people watching. We got 500 people watching. I see a whole lot of people commenting that don't have a power T. Let's set the number at 20. We get 20 new members tonight. We'll give away a free T-shirt. If we get there, we'll tell you how you can get in where you fit in. So we got 18 more new members to get to. If we get there, that's $1. It's like a raffle. It's like a raffle, $1 raffle. Jump in there. If we get 20 new members tonight, we'll give away a free shirt. Peyton K drops a 20 spot. That's the Orange Boy. We got to play the clip if I can find it. There it is.
Rocky Top!
Peyton K, in the words Deion Sanders says, the Vols are coming. They're coming. We put the rest of the SEC on notice. OU is OU regardless. You have to scheme against more than just a good offense now. GBO. You did what you had to do to win, and you didn't have to lean on Nico too much. He was efficient. He made some throws. He made some mistakes. He missed some guys. Like, that's the reality of playing quarterback in the SEC. But guess what? You went out, you took care of business, and you got the dub. Papa Jay's in the house. What's up, brother? For 10, got to use this bye week to get our OTs healthy. We got to put up some points on the Piggies in a few weeks. Go Big Orange. Shout out Papa Jay. We appreciate you. Wade Rouse for 5. Wait. JC. Who's JC?
Jesus. Sorry.
I wonder if he meant Josh Pate. Just mad because nobody ever trusts him with a play. Crompton. We should have read the whole thing. I'll break my points in a minute. Why I think Hype called the game different than ever. Michael Davis for 5 says the amount of Oklahoma fans I've seen say, LOL, y'all were supposed to blow us out and only beat us by 10 is comical. Well, Tennessee covered, so that's irrelevant. Yep. That is irrelevant. And it just makes me laugh, man. An Oklahoma fan commented on the day after video this morning. and said, Tennessee didn't win. We lost. I'm pretty sure both those things are true, sir. Pretty sure Tennessee won and you lost. So
the one that's really funny is our offensive coordinator just needs fired. He's not any good. Tennessee's defense is mid. I've seen that a couple times from people.
God. One of my favorites, and I think it was on somebody posted on VolQuest, was Heupel's play calling was awful tonight. That's why we fired him. Yeah, you fired him, and he came back into town 9-10 years later and took care of business. So
didn't some Oklahoma YouTubers say that if you ever lose to Josh Heupel, you should be fired the next day?
You got the receipts?
Yeah, I think I heard that from Oklahoma YouTubers.
Dude,
somewhere.
that popped up as a recommend that they did a show, a live stream, something last night or this morning. I'm like, oh, I should have watched it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who they were. I would have.
It's Boomers. It's not Boomer Sooner. Surely it's not that stupid. I don't know. I can't remember. Look at this guy trying to drain my bank account with his own bank account. He gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. We appreciate that, Coach Jay. Maddox Liebrick becomes a member of the channel. So that's 2 more done. That's 4 out of 20. We need 16 more members, and we're going to give away some Talkin VAWLS merchandise. Let's see who's in the back room. Let's see who's ready to argue and fight. Hopefully I hope I don't have to kick Tom off the show.
Me and Tom are getting down.
Do you want to?
I love Tom. I love Tom. Let Tom be sourpuss.
I love to hate
I'm
Tom.
Here for it.
I love to hate Tom.
Sea lion. I need my heel, Boogie.
Yeah, where the heck is Gary? Where's Gary? Tom's got the balls.
Telling us about how Joe Milton would have won that game by 50.
This whole time I said Tom has the balls to come on here. Look, Tom doesn't have the balls to come on here. Tom's not in the back room. Jenny's in the house. Sports Banner's here. Wade's in the house. And here comes better late than never.
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
What's up, buddy?
The people's the people's heel.
No, talking about the clothesline from hell.
I'm here for it, man. I love good football banter back and forth either way, man. And if you get salty about it, then football's not for you.
Man, I wasn't fit for consumption yesterday, man. I was not fit for consumption.
I'm here for it, man. I love good football.
Who's got an echo? I got to figure out Coach McGee's got an echo. He bailed. Like as soon as there was an echo, and I'm like, who's got an echo? He's like, I'm out.
Too many option routes.
All right, let's start with Wade because Wade had something to say about Crompton. Actually, let me hit these first. Coach McGee gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership, and also Clarence Dalton becomes a member of the channel. Shout out Clarence and shout out Coach McGee for gifting one. Roy Gibson also becomes a member of the channel. That's 3 more memberships. I will make a little tally here. That's 7. We got 13 to go. Wade, the floor is yours. What's your rebuttal? Why do you want to fight Jonathan Crompton?
I'm just saying, Jonathan Crompton. He's just mad because nobody ever trusted him with the playbook fully. That's that was my point with him. Nico's got the playbook, but if Nico had the left tackles that Jonathan Crompton had, we would have won by 50 last night because the O-line was really, really, really good back then. If you look at it, I think Ainge, it was either 06 or 07. Ainge only got sacked once that year, and he wasn't even someone who could run the ball. No, he would if he absolutely had to, but he didn't run the ball, and they gave up one sack the whole year. I mean, I don't have it right in front of me, obviously, but I don't think he was ever trusted with a playbook either. I mean, his best year was Kiffin, and that was scheme too. So, but as far as anything else, I was just going to say last night, the reason Heupel called the game differently and y'all kind of hit it was the field was trash. The O-line did not play very good. We played on a field a couple years ago that was trash, and what happened to Hendon Hooker? He tore his ACL and he didn't even get hit. So why are you gonna put your team in jeopardy when you got a big lead? You trust your defense. Their offense ain't doing nothing. Let's just play field position until their offense shows, hey, we can do something. Why don't you want to just let your defense eat? And
What up?
What up? I like the lay.
Bleed Orange coming in here like Coach Rice. Like that was a Coach Rice move. What up? I don't want to go to Tom yet. I want to save Tom for the main event so I can knock him out and pin him for the 1, 2, 3 right here in front of everybody. I'm just kidding.
There's no sense. I honestly think there's no sense in being negative. They went on the road in prime time in a hostile environment. I don't care what you say. It was a hostile environment. It was very loud, even on the TV, and they can control that and all that. It was very loud. Nico was very composed. He never looked like the crowd really got to him or nothing like that. Even on his mistakes, he came right back out, was composed. The whole team looked composed. They only had one false start all night. And
yeah, let me ask this question, and maybe if anyone disagrees, they can interrupt, because I feel like it'd be the lower amount. Does anyone still have a question if Nico is going to be too jittery or too nervous on the road in big road environments? Is anyone worried about this being an issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's been answered, right? Okay.
But anyway, what I was saying is, like, I just don't think the team let that moment get to them, and that you can tell the leadership's totally different from last year, because they did take some early punches and they punched right back. Last year, this team got punched in the mouth at Florida, and they just never punched back, and I think that showed a lot. And then I know the score, we won by 10 points, but we were completely dominant in that game. It reminds me of a couple years ago when we played at Georgia. The final score, they won by 13, but yet they dominated that whole game. That's how I felt last night. We dominated that whole game, and they made it look better right there at the end.
Somebody brought up last
Oklahoma.
night.
I've been watching Oklahoma. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, Jenny.
Yeah. I've been watching Oklahoma podcast, and some of them are saying that the game was actually, don't be fooled by the score. The game actually wasn't as close as the score showed. That's what some of them are saying.
It actually wasn't as close as the score showed.
Yeah. The thing for me, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah,
go ahead, Bob.
You're the one that's in the yard.
The other thing for me is I was sitting here watching the game last night, and I'm watching our chat going. Well, Boogie's chat, but we're here.
It's our chat, Bob. Bob, it's our chat.
You weren't
it's
here.
Our chat.
You weren't here, so we took it. Anyway, everybody kept saying how bad everything was, and it's been said we're missing both our tackles. So our outside edges are exposed. Field was for junk, and their defense was playing lights out in the secondary. There was nowhere for Nico to throw. Everybody kept saying, throw the ball, throw the ball. Where do you want him to throw it to? There's nowhere to throw it. And then when they went and coming out in the second half, like it's been said, the game changed. The game changed, and that was Heupel's call. He's like, okay, they're going to play lights out out in the distance, and they're not going to let us get deep. We'll just take what they're going to give us. We'll play it on the ground and keep Nico out of trouble, because he was getting eaten alive. Get it out of his hands. That way he doesn't get hurt. Let's protect what we got for when we come up here in, 4 weeks? We got Alabama? Come on. We got to have him. We got Arkansas coming up next, and we got Florida.
Oh, no,
we got
Florida.
We got a bye week. We got a bye week, and then we got Arkansas, then Florida, then Oklahoma.
I forgot
Arkansas
Florida was before Alabama.
Arkansas is going to be a relatively tough game.
I think so too. I feel like Arkansas is a trap
Bob,
game.
Gonna do it.
I feel like Arkansas is a potentially trap game, to be honest, because they're better than people thought they were going.
That's true, but they're coming to Neyland, so we're good.
No, we're
going there, Arkansas.
No, are we going to?
He's talking about
going to Fayetteville.
Yeah, we're going to Fayetteville. Yep.
I'm not worried about it. I've watched all of Arkansas's games, and I'm not impressed at all with them. Maybe it's just me, but
they haven't went up against a defense like ours. They're going to.
That's
dominate.
true.
Yeah, they're mildly disappointing at best.
Yes.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to figure out what this is.
Yeah.
I was just seeing what your name was, Bob. Somehow your name changed on the screen. I don't know how that happened. you might want to check with the. You might want to check.
I'm not dealing with it. but here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of people here do not remember back in the day. But it used to be all about power football. All about power football back in the day. And Josh Heupel proved last night that we know how to and we can play power football. So now it's going to make everybody wonder, okay, so yeah, we can shut down their passing game, but hold it, they can still win running the rock. Now we got a problem. It's proven to them they're going to have to make a choice which way they want to play. And I don't think they're going to want to stay like Oklahoma did. If Oklahoma had turned around and tried it the other way, let's try to come up tight on the line and take away that running game, Nico would have lit them up.
Yeah. And Oklahoma, Coach Jay, this is what I was trying to get at in the chat a little while ago.
Hit me.
Do you think on the first offensive series that we had that Brent Venables didn't have a scheme laid out to trap our offense into doing something? Maybe he might have. Yeah. Okay. So look at the formations they came out on defense, right? They came out with a 5-man box on the first play and a 4-man box on the second play and brought a slot corner blitz. And then on the third, and Nico winds up scrambling on that one, and he did great.
Yeah, the Rip Liz scheme I mentioned.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then on third down, he brought five, and I think they showed 4 again, or brought 5 and showed 5 again. But we get a yard, a little inside zone, we get a yard. It's like we want to run the football, and we did run the football decently well, mostly because of our backs, and our interior offensive linemen did pretty well pushing them off. But Brent Venables was trying to bait Coach Heupel last night on that first series.
All night long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All night.
He did pretty well a couple of times, but not really to the extent to where we couldn't run the ball inside. And Dylan Sampson's just a beast.
Yeah, I said it a couple times. I think at least once last night. I know Coach Rice did too. I mean, I don't know how Nico as a freshman didn't throw an interception in that game. I meant that statement. I feel like a lot of people would, with as much eye candy, as much switches, and just the level of how well they did those switches. And then when you couple that with the one thing that I really, really didn't like outside of our tackle play on offense is I felt our wide receivers got whooped physically by their corners in the first 5 yards of the ball. I didn't like that. And that goes for Brute too. And I didn't like that at all.
I'm just saying the corners were just playing that tight.
Credit.
Yeah, you do. That's just it.
For sure.
You got to tip your cap.
I mean, but at the end of the day, they got freaking dominated. Boo-hoo, Oklahoma. Yeah. It came out that they wet the field pretty heavily before the game, so there was some stuff there probably messing up some of our routing and footing. I mean, the first guy that went down was DeJohn Terry. Do you think that was by design? Yeah, because he watched Ole Miss do it, and then Karma come back and bit him. If you saw that divot in the field where he went down, they were getting their own players were getting hurt. So there was a lot that wasn't seen that by the fans that were watching on TV.
That film.
Go ahead.
That
bleed orange
field.
and then can finish.
Bleed orange finish. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot that was unseen and that Heupel noticed. And from the guys coming off the field as to why he called the game the way he did. It had nothing to do. I'm tired of seeing the bull crap with all he was helping his buddies out and all this other crap. No. But anyway, I'm going to shut up and I got more to say later.
I'm telling you, Bleed Orange is onto it, man. Like I was kind of in that same boat last night anyway. I'm always like, I don't care. As long as we get a dub on the road, top 15 SEC, I don't freaking care. I don't care how ugly it is. Go win the game and go celebrate. That's what we did. But when you watch
we
the
haven't
all
done
22,
it since 06.
I'm telling you, you watch the all 22, you got to tip your cap to Oklahoma. Their defense played good. Their safeties, they played downhill. They sold out. And said, hey, our corners are going to beat your wide receivers. And like Coach Jay said, the receivers didn't play physical enough. And that's not only in the passing game, that's in the running game too. I don't think they did a good job blocking either. But again, I encourage you. We've got to get the all 22. I'm telling you, it would be. Maybe you all wouldn't like it. I love it when Coach Jay breaks down film. I love when we do the Jamad McCoy film breakdown. Is something that I'm gonna pat Coach Jay on the back from now until Jamad McCoy is a draft pick for that one, because that was a big one. We get the all 22, then we're gonna figure out a way. Maybe we move Kaner to Fridays, and Monday mornings is film study, and we get in here and we go through the all 22 and Coach Jay breaks it down. I would love nothing more. Jenny, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say about the field. Me and my sister were talking about it, and we're like, "This is almost as bad as that South Carolina field." And it came back to bite them, because I think the reason why John Campbell fell on that guy, that I think it was John Campbell that fell on the guy that broke his leg.
Toby, yeah.
That came back to bite them. Yeah, it was because of that field. That field was atrocious.
I think
I've been also telling people. I was also telling people about. People keep talking about how that we didn't play well and blah blah blah, and we need to score all these points and all this and that, and I'm like, I just want to say, shut up. When we won the national championship, do you know how many ugly games we had to win? Arkansas comes to mind with that one. I mean, sometimes you have to win. Sometimes you have to win ugly. You have to win ugly. And my dad always used to say, defenses win championships. Offense scores points. Defenses win championships.
Yeah. One point about the field.
Dauber Gate.
Yeah, you got Dauber. Yeah, one thing I will bring up, and I double checked, and I do want to fit this in really quick because I talked about it last night. Oklahoma definitely had large metal screw-ins in their cleats, whereas the Vols didn't. So they knew exactly what time it was out there. Exactly.
Let me catch up with Super Chats real quick. Rip became a new member of the channel. We appreciate you, Rip. He actually upgraded. He upgraded to Talkin VAWLS Elite, but we're going to count that as a membership. So we need 12 more. We got 8 out of 20. 12 more members come in. We got 464 people watching live. We'll give away some free merchandise. Also, smash the thumbs up, man. Our post-game show, everybody says, would you stop saying smash the thumbs up? It's so annoying. Would you just run the show and shut up and stop shilling and promoting? Do you know that was one of the lowest post-game shows for thumbs up ever? Because I didn't say it one time. I didn't say it a single time throughout the entire post-game show. So, yeah, you're getting it every freaking show now. Smash the thumbs up. It's quick, free, and easy. We would appreciate it. Roy Gibson for 10. If I recall the game, the 2 drives they scored on were drives they were kept alive on 3rd and long because of a penalty. The one was the hands to the face on Arian Carter. I'm not recalling the other one. What was the other one, Tom?
Hold on. I got it written down in my negative.
I got it right here, Tom.
It was pass interference, I believe.
Because of the horrible roughing the passer call.
That was hands to the face on Arian Carter.
Yeah, that was where his 2 outer fingers grabbed that guy's face mask a little bit.
What was the other one, though?
I got 2.
But their other one was roughing the passer, and it was awful. It was
on Dominic Bailey.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. So both of them.
Like
also, too, somebody pointed out last night, I don't remember if it was Coach Jay or Coach Rice, that the 3rd string was in on that next to last scoring drive. And then when they crossed midfield, we put the starters back in.
Yeah, 3rd and 4th.
That is weird. That is a weird decision to make, but I digress. We got a dub. Coach Rice is in the house. Dropped a $10 super chat. Says, "Sup, fam? Sorry, I'm not gracing y'all with my attendance." What the hell are you talking about, Coach Rice? Gracing us with your attendance. We doing all right, brother. We doing all right. He says, "But I'm at my twin niece's 16th birthday party." Points from Coach Rice is get healthy at offensive tackle. Let Jacoby eat. I'm gonna need Coach Rice to put some respect on my name. He acting like he out here. Oh, I'm all about Jacoby Thomas. He jumped on the boogie bandwagon. That's my guy. Back it down, Coach Rice. Back it down. He says, "Let's go win a natty GBO." Love you, Coach Rice. We'll have you on the show Wednesday night. Can't wait to catch up with your rewatches. VFL Willie for 2. Coach Jay, will we be able to stop running quarterbacks?
Yeah, I think so. I thought we did a good job of stopping Jackson Arnold. I thought it was an issue last night, but really only after, what you kind of just brought up, Boogie, that we we're kind of pulling third string, fourth string linebackers in and playing makeshift prevent. When you drop everyone back like that, you're going to have open running lanes for a quarterback. So I'm not too concerned as of right now, because I thought we did a good job in our base defense when it counted.
All right. Sit tight, Michael. Hold on. Sit tight, Michael. I'm going to get you on here in just a second. Noah Snell says, enough of this BS. We got to get some free merchandise. He gives 5 Talkin VAWLS memberships. That is very generous. And then also Clark joins the channel. So that's 6 more. What's 8 plus 6? I think that's 14 in East Tennessee math. So we need 6 more memberships. We'll give away a free Talkin VAWLS shirt. Roy Gibson for 5 says, I'll take only giving up 15 points. And with to a number 15 team. Anyway, and on the road, Roy. We're on the road as well. Stevie J.
Woo!
Hundo. He drops a hundo. This goes out to all my haters with the big forehead. Every single one of you haters out there with a ginormous forehead. Oh, you're hating. What happens when we get more in one super chat from Stevie J than you get total views? Super chat than you get views. Oh, my goodness. The hater's going to hate. Stevie J says, Boogie, sorry it's late. I'm a poet, didn't even know it. He says, I was working last night when the game ended. Oh,
thank you, Steve.
I thought that was the perfect time to end it right there.
Yes, aptly ended there.
Convenient timing.
Who haven't we heard?
Hold on. Wait,
Yeah,
I gotta finish.
Okay,
I got 2 more. I got 2 more. Stevie J for Hundo. We appreciate you, brother. Stevie J made a promise for every win. He's gonna drop $100 super chat. I actually forgot about it last night. Didn't even cross my mind. So shout out Stevie J. We appreciate you, brother. VAWLS lover for 20. That's an orange boy. Let me roll back up here and play a different clip. Coach J had some fun with that one. I could tell.
Rocky Top!
VAWLS lover for 20. Overall, I was happy with the game. Lots of all fans are complaining. I even saw someone call for Hype's job.
What?
Was his
People
name
are
Rocky Top
ridiculous.
Tom? Was his name Tom? Okay. He goes on to say defense wins. Defense wins championships. I thought it was a good game, and conservative was good at the end. We got the dub. That's all that matters. VAWLS lover. Power T comes through twice as a member. Are you scheming and scamming? Are you scheming and scamming? He joins at emoji access and then upgrades. We're not. No. We ain't scheming and scamming. We'll count that as 1. Cody Poole joins the channel as well. So that counts as 2. My East Tennessee math tells me we're at 16. We need 4 more. Joe Wallen drops a 5 spot, says we only have 2 road games left, unless you count Nashville. Go VAWLS. Ain't nobody counting Nashville. I promise you, nobody counting Nashville. Another 20 spot. That's orange boy. Let's do it.
Rocky Top!
Troy Clark for 20 says, man, I've listened from the beginning and appreciate what you guys do. Thanks so much, Boog. Love what you have done for us fans. It's great to be a Tennessee ball. Feels a lot like 98. He says, how do I get a shirt? Ha. Well, first of all, we got to get 4 more members. Then I'm going to tell you guys how you can win a shirt. But I appreciate that, Troy. It's not what I do. It's what we do. It's a community. It's me. It's Coach Jay. It's Coach Rice. It's Dauber. It's the X Factor. It's Dustin. It's Matt Begley. It's everybody that comes on this channel. And then everybody that comes through the fan call in. Man, I never thought we were going to build this community. But here we are. We got 2 more people wanting to jump on in the back room. If anybody wants to bounce. But what I'm going to do, Coach Jay, run the show. I'm going to pop off and I'm going to.
Nope.
Okay.
Finish his
All
thought.
right.
I'd like to.
Okay.
Yeah. Go. How about? Go ahead. Go ahead, Bleed Orange.
I just wanted to ask a question because I was talking with a buddy of mine while watching the game last night, and I didn't get a chance to see the play where Campbell went down. He told me, and I haven't had a chance. This was a question for anybody that rewatched it. He said that dude that got hurt dove at his left knee, and then Campbell twisted that dude up, and that's what popped his leg. I don't know if that. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad on Campbell, but I mean, he went for his knee. That's something you don't do. And basically, when he went down, it kind of twisted him up and snapped his leg.
Yeah, it looked like Campbell either twisted his knee hyperextended it. It worst tore his meniscus. That's kind of how I saw it. I don't know if anyone out there has seen any kind of injury report on it. He came back into the game though, which tells me that he's probably okay. Probably going to be all right if I'm not mistaken here. But let's hear from people we haven't heard from yet. Maybe.
Well, hey, Coach Jay, I was going to say,
go ahead,
have you noticed that Coach McGee favors Coach Hype just a little bit? The hairstyle.
Oh, that he got a little Coach Hype look?
There you go. He kind of got that
there
Coach
you go.
Hype
We'll
look
take
to
it.
And we have not heard from you, Coach McGee, since you've been over here.
Yeah.
I know, Bobby.
I want to make sure I brought that up because I'm going to go ahead and bounce so somebody else can get in here. But GBO and we're 4-0.
4-0, baby. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you. Thank you.
I just want to say how much I love Bob. I love you, Bob. You're the man.
Great.
I'm going to bounce and I'm going to let Cody come back. This is we're all.
Yeah, Coach McGee. Maybe we can just stick on you. What are your overall thoughts? I know you probably thought the defense looked good, but how you feeling about the offense, maybe, and what do you think about last night?
So I felt the offense did, honestly, a really good job. Like, obviously, I'm a defensive-minded coach, definitely with the defensive line. But I thought we did really well. We capitalized on opportunities when they presented themselves. We didn't try to force anything. We didn't try to make Nico make immature moves as a quarterback because this is, one, his first road game, and two, he's very inexperienced, when it comes into the actual SEC environment. So, you had ball hawking linebackers sitting there and waiting to pick him off. You had safeties that were dropping down and trying to pick him off in certain routes. So he definitely read those, threw the ball away when he was supposed to, and I thought he made very good decisions. Now, first and foremost, let me go ahead and say that I am very mad at Kirk Herbstreit for saying that is the Neyland Commandments versus the Neyland Maxims. I mean, hurts me in my heart of hearts. Come on now. He's got to be a little bit better if he's going to keep announcing our games. One thing on defense, just switching gears real quick. I noticed we didn't have to do a lot of stunts in the defensive line. We straight up went up man for man and balled out. There was one play, I believe it was Jackson Moy, one-handed, pushed the center out of the way, and then tackled the quarterback. Are you kidding me?
Beautiful.
Come on.
It was amazing.
He is a man. Yep. He is a grown man, and I wish I had 10 players like him, honestly.
Yeah.
And then you want to look at Jason Jenkins with his safety. Really, come on. That was a game changer if we're looking at the entire game as a whole. That safety really switched the momentum from 50-50 to 80-20.
Yeah.
That safety, he had the game in hand, no questions asked.
Yep. And Jason Jenkins, a player that was going to transfer, right, because we're so deep at defensive end and being able to keep him, man, was special. Volfan 25, I think he's getting a game in against Boogie right now on the side.
Nah.
But what'd you think of what'd you think of the
No
game,
way.
brother? What do you think of the team? Kind of give us your overview here, 4 games in here.
Well, Tennessee's defense, they did go man to man. They covered downfield. And what I meant by the $10 super chat that I sent, what we need in the backfield is more depth in our chart. We need more guys.
I agree.
Because if, like, let's say Pierce went down, that would be a bad blow. We need more hard hitters like him.
Yeah, that's fair.
And with Nico, he played his damnedest. He played really, really, really hard.
Yeah, it was a tough spot.
I watched the whole game. If Hurd wasn't hurt, if our whole offensive line was strong, nobody would have got back there to Nico. Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Yeah. So we'll switch down to Mr. Michael Davis down here real quick. Mike,
Mm-hmm.
how concerned are you about this offensive tackle situation moving forward?
It's concerning for sure. I mean, if we get our starters back, our starters are good, but behind them, it just seems like we're not near as good or experienced. Like Dane Davis, I appreciate what he's done for the program and how long he's been there, but he's not that great. Like Boogie said, he got blown up badly twice last night, led to 2 fumbles, which we got lucky on both of them. But I love the defense though.
Yeah, no, the defense looks special. Cody, where are we going? Where are we headed to? What'd you think of the game? What do you think of the year so far? And you're on mute.
Yeah, I know. I'm headed down to Lexington from Indianapolis. But,
okay.
I thought the game was fantastic.
Fair enough.
Defense, not a lot of offense. But I like it.
Solid. We'll flip back up to the top, maybe. Jeannie, what game are you worried about most now that we're over this open?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. What game do you want to win the most out of Georgia, Bama?
Oh.
How about that?
Georgia.
You'd rather beat Georgia?
I mean, Georgia. I want to beat Georgia on their own field. I mean, of course, I want them both, but I want to beat Georgia because nobody thinks we can do it. But the funny thing is, the last time we beat Georgia was in Athens.
That's true.
2016 was the last time we beat them, and it was in Athens to Hail Mary. Wasn't that the last time we beat them?
Yeah, I was driving when that happened. Damn near drove off a mountain, killed myself.
Yeah, I was there at that game and I lost my mind. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I feel like the way they played it, and I'm so tired. And it's everybody's fans. It's not just our fans. It's everybody's fans. Oh, if y'all play like that against Alabama, if y'all play like that against Georgia, blah, blah, blah. What about when Georgia barely beat Kentucky? What about when Alabama kept USF in the game? I mean, stop it. Stop it. Because y'all don't say that stuff about Georgia and Alabama, but when we played a really good defensive team like Oklahoma, and we beat them by 10. Oh, y'all gonna lose to Georgia. Y'all gonna lose to Alabama. Well, you don't know what is gonna happen because you don't know what team is gonna show up. Because if the team that played Oklahoma shows up to Georgia, and the Georgia is a team that played Kentucky shows up, we're winning that game.
Yeah, I agree.
I understand that we are. Oh, go ahead.
I would say we covered the spread. I mean, that's.
I know.
Yeah, that's all you could want. Sports Banner. Same kind of question. How do you feel about the rest of the schedule moving forward? Is there a game that I know you won all of them, like all of us, but is there a game out there that you'd really like to see us get? And how do you feel about us as far as the playoff picture goes, maybe coming forward?
But yeah, of course I want to win the rest of them. But if I'm zeroing in on one game, I want to beat Alabama. I want to beat Alabama every time. Even more than we beat Georgia. The only one that competes with that to me is Florida. And I don't want to just beat Florida. This is the year we should really pile on and pay them back for the years that we should have beat them and we didn't. I want to beat Florida by like 4 or 5 scores, shut them out. And the Bama game's the one that I'm kind of worried about just because it's Bama, and I know they still got good players. I don't believe it's the same without Saban, but they're still good. They still got talent, and Milroe's playing good. But I truly believe if our defense does what it's been doing, and we take the run away from Alabama and put it all on Milroe, I don't think he looks as good as he's looked this season so far. I think if all the pressure's on him in Neyland Stadium, I think it'll be too much for Milroe. I mean, taking nothing away from him, but I want the game in that situation where Milroe has to win it, and they can't run the ball. Which the way our run defense has been playing, I believe that's a real possibility. and I believe we'll get pressure on them. They've got big linemen, but just like last year in the first half, our linemen outquicked them really easily, and I believe they could do the same thing this year. And as far as playoffs, we should be in the playoffs, even if we lose to Alabama. But I want to go into Georgia undefeated, and I mean that pretty much solidifies the playoffs, unless we just have a huge goof like we did a couple years ago against South Carolina, which I don't see that happening against the rest of the teams we have playing. I mean, the Vanderbilt game, that's another home game for us, in my opinion. I mean, the stadium will be orange, and Vanderbilt, they play inspired every now and then. You know, they almost beat Missouri last night, which was a good game for them. But I want Missouri to win for one reason only. I'd love to get them in the first round of the playoffs in Neyland Stadium. I think that would be that'd be really nice. I'd love to beat down Missouri in the playoffs at our home field. I'd love to do that just for that reason only. Other than that, I don't care if they win or not. But you know, I'd like them to slip in maybe the last 2 or 3 spots, you know, somewhere, maybe line up with us. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, let somebody else get in. But go Vols, everybody have a good night.
Thank you, Mike.
I have a quick question for everybody. Who would you rather see undefeated going in if we can get it done against Arkansas? Who would you rather be undefeated when we play them? Alabama or Georgia? Because it's going to be one or the other. It can't be both.
Boy, that's tough.
Be both. Georgia. I just
I'd say
despise
Georgia,
Alabama with every fiber.
I'll take Georgia.
Yeah.
I kind of think Alabama because I kind of think Alabama because of the fact that I would love it to be Georgia, but the thing is, we play Alabama before Georgia. I feel like they'll be on their toes if they have a loss.
Yeah.
Coming into
So if we take a 1-loss Alabama team and we beat them up and down the field, we have taken a team that has lost, faced adversity, fixed the things that they needed to fix, and then faced the field with us, and then we beat them. That means we have beat a better team. An undefeated Georgia has not faced adversity, has not faced a team that has actually beat them, so therefore they are more unbeatable if you look at the laws of mathematic probability.
I'm going with that one, man. That sounds better. I'm changing my mind. You just changed my mind, dude. That was a great argument.
Yeah, same.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. All right, I gotta hijack my show. I gotta take my show back real quick. We're putting out the link to Talkin VAWLS Gold. I'm horrible at this. I want everybody to have access, but I don't ever want to kick anybody off. And I'm like, can somebody bounce? Y'all like, y'all send me that middle finger. Like, I ain't going nowhere, Boogie.
What movie? What movie?
See Beetlejuice again for the third time.
All right.
What's his name? Is it Big Orange Mountain? It's
No,
Big Orange
it's
Mountain.
not.
It's Big
It's
Orange
not.
Mountain. He's
It's
conveniently
the
not in the
guy-
chat. He's already in the movies with the
guy I
popcorn.
like.
He's
His
in the movies.
The
You
guy
got
I
that
like, his
popcorn?
name is Matt. His name is Matt, and he is not going because
It's
I'm
Matt
going to meet a
Bagley.
friend.
Bagley.
No.
Shout out Bagley. Shout out Bagley.
He's not a Tennessee fan, you guys. He's from
likely tale.
Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh. So
I feel like we're
he is-
following along this dating journey together.
I'm going with my friend Ashley. Okay.
When are you going to bring him home for dinner, Jenny? When do we get to meet this guy?
Yeah, when's he coming on Sunday night?
Yeah.
Exactly. We got to see if
Never. Never.
All right, Jenny, it's always a good time. You enjoy your date, enjoy the movie, and we'll catch up later.
All right, bye.
All right, let's see. We got room for good old Irish Smoky Vog, become one of my favorites on the fan call-in show. Let's see. Do we have room for Ron? No, we don't have room for Ron tonight. I need a couple of more people to bounce.
I'm going to bounce because I got to go get another beer anyway. I'll be in the room anyway. But
I like your style, Tom. I like your style.
I didn't even get to argue with Tom.
We can have just like a 30 second.
here we go.
Let me just say
God.
that. Defense annihilated Oklahoma. It was amazing to watch. I love Arian Carter and Jermod McCoy. I was so stoked. I know I've said it a million times, going to be a broken record by the end of the year. But when y'all did the film breakdown on Jermod McCoy,
you mean this guy?
Yeah, well, yeah, but still, I mean, that was just enough for me. I was like, yep, this guy is going to be a shutdown corner. He's got it. And I'm so stoked that it's actually worked out. And what's up, Irish? But yeah, I'm going to hop off of here and let
What's
y'all
up, Tom? How are you?
I'm not going to give Boogie enough time to destroy me, but later.
No, I love the fact that
wrong about your Bob McCoy.
No, I love that Tom can take it and come back. I told Coach Jay last night. I said I think Tom's mad at me. He's like, nah. He's like, no, he'll be good. He'll be good. So,
I think he was drunk more so than angry.
I was drunk last night. Yeah. Y'all have a good one. Go
later,
Vols.
Tom. Appreciate it, brother.
See you, Tom.
Go Vols.
Wait, we got Ron the Don in here. We need one more person to bounce. We got Arkansas Vol.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Look what we could do. We could put these truck drivers on here together. Look at them. They just driving their truck in the dark alleys. We need one more person to bounce.
I'm
and then
bounce. I'm gonna bounce Boogie.
Oh, somebody's getting
Just
out.
wanted to say real quick.
Is Dauber in here?
I think that I would rather see Alabama with a one loss, like he was saying. But I don't know if y'all feel the same way or not. But Georgia's going to have a loss before we see him. Alabama or Kentucky's going to take him down. I don't care what
Something
anybody
tells
says.
me Bama's going to beat him.
So
it could be next week.
Stay tuned. I'm going to break that down.
Yeah, Tennessee. Alabama and Georgia play next weekend.
I know where to be.
Or this coming weekend.
But peace out. We'll see y'all next week. Go Vols.
later, Bleed Orange. Appreciate you, brother. Always good time having you on here.
Go Vols.
Oh, yeah.
Go Vols.
All right, now we got who did I add? Arkansas Ball and Ron the Don. Let me catch up on super chats. Nate Pruitt's trying to jump in here. We need one more person to bounce. One more person to bounce. We got to get Nate on here because Nate's going to replace Tom. But Nate had to come to Jesus meeting last night. He said, "No, I slept it off and I was wrong." And he said, "I'm coming to the altar to ask for forgiveness." Unlike Tom, who's doubling down to go get another beer. So I'm going to read some super chats. I need somebody that's been hanging out since the beginning to bounce, and then we'll get Nate on here. I'm going to read the super chats. Paul for 10, want our O-line to get as deep as our D-line. Only concern I have for the rest of the year. Yeah, I mean, that's been the conversation, the talking point, right? And we're getting there. We're getting there. David Sanders, Nick Moore, even the guys in the class of 24, right? William Satterwhite getting a lot of run right now. Max Anderson, that's another dude that could step up. Call for 2 says McCoy hitting the wide receiver on James Pierce offsides was heads up. Do you think that was intentional, though? I thought they both jumped off for the same reason. But the difference was McCoy was initiating contact, being out there on an island. Let's see here. Clint Ramsey becomes a member of the channel. Illegal use of the mouth. What a name. Becomes a member of the channel. Peyton K gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. That's 3. My math tells me we need one more to give away a free Talkin VAWLS t-shirt. Rip for 5 says, how about Jackson Moy pushing the center 3 feet from the line of scrimmage last night? That was a nice push. It just shows our depth, man. Just shows our depth.
He's a beast.
All right, let me bounce Cody. I appreciate you, Cody. I love you, brother, but we can't see you, and it's it's really dark and your mic's jacked up. We love you, brother. Cody's the OG. Appreciate you jumping on. Let's get Nate in here. What's up, Nate?
What's going on, fellas? Y'all tonight?
How are you, Nate? How is it going?
So it's going good.
Coach McGee gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. So let's do this.
Oh,
who's got the squeaking mattress?
I think that's
I'm pretty sure it's not me. I'm sitting on a chair.
Arkansas Ball is 100% doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose, bouncing in his chair, saying, "Let's see if we can get Boogie's attention." Arkansas Ball, you got my attention. Stop bouncing in that chair.
That's right. No, it's these wonderful roads under construction.
Where are you at? You must be in the state of Alabama.
No, I'm actually going through Arkansas. I went home over the weekend.
Arkansas.
Yeah,
Same
trash, just like the road.
Same thing, exactly.
Arkansas, Alabama, 2 peas in a pod. Hey, Arkansas Ball, I'm going to mute you, and then when you want to talk, just unmute, okay?
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't like your plan, Boogie. He doesn't like your plan.
He doesn't like me, period. All he does is come in and insult me and then compliment me. It's like, what the? This is backwards. You beat me down, then trying to pick me back up. I'm not in the Marines.
Isn't that what we all do, though?
No, yes. Every single person comes here to throw super chats to insult me and call me stupid. Hold on. We got that's 20 memberships that came in. We're going to give away a free Talkin VAWLS shirt tonight. What you got to do after the stream, you got to come back. You got to go leave a comment. I don't care what it says, and you got to be a member of the channel because I'm going to reward the members of the channel. It's almost to the point that I'm thinking about, Coach Jay, am I stupid? I didn't get much sleep tonight. I'm about to make bad decisions. I'm almost to the point of thinking away, giving away a free Talkin VAWLS shirt every single month to a member of the channel, because so many people are members and you support what we do. And I just put it into the Google randomizer and pick one. And if the same person wins every month, then they get a free shirt every month. Screw it. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Do
Every month we're giving away a free shirt. But tonight you got to come back, leave a comment. You got to be a member of the channel. I'll pick one of you guys, and then moving forward, we'll give away a free shirt every month to a member. How about that? All right, Nate, the floor is yours. What changed from last night to tonight?
Only
go to church.
Only little. No, I do like the dedication that the team had. I do like the ability to own up to mistakes, and them saying, you know, we didn't play our best, and they all said, no, we didn't play our best. And I don't want to hound them, because it was a win, it was all right, but at the same time, I understand other people have been talking, and I'm not, just for me personally, you may not feel this way, then this is not the thoughts of Talkin VAWLS Network. This is just me. So
hey, I'm not going to yell at you like I do Tom. You're a much better person than Tom is.
Yeah, don't worry, Nate. You're all good.
We have went through so many years of being mediocre, and last night was a resemblance of being mediocre. And 6.5 points is not acceptable in the SEC. It's not acceptable when you go and play Georgia and when you play Alabama. I'm going to jump off the negative real fast, but I just have to say that 6 points is not good enough. There was one time we were talking last year, and you said, what were the keys of the game? And I said, we have to score. And it's still the truth. It's the same thing every game. If you don't score, we can't depend on our defense to win every game. And I'm not saying we're going to. Like I said, that's the negative. Now I'm done with the negative. I like to see the resilience of a defense that doesn't quit. I like to see the coach that is able to own up and say, hey, I didn't do it right. We didn't do it right. We're going to keep on doing better. I like seeing people take ownership. I like to be able to know that they don't think we're at the best that we're ever going to be. That when we play Bama and when we play Georgia, we're going to go in and we're going to knock them in the mouth. And if somebody slips up, the other person beside you is going to carry the load. And that's what football is all about. If one person fails, the other person's going to carry it.
So let's what do we got? 10 people on here. If you disagreed with, this is hard too, because I am so conflicted and in the middle and agreeing with you, but then almost talk myself out of it because of the tackle play. You know what I mean?
All good.
It's like I get it. I'm sitting here by myself watching the game. They can. I'm watching the game by myself, and even Coach Jay said it earlier. It's like I'm like, all right, put your foot on their throat. First drive of the game, right? First drive of the game, I go to Twitter and I'm like, this is not Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel doesn't punt on 4th and 2 from the other team's 42. That's not Josh Heupel football. I feel like we talked about him having an edge, and Coach Jay said the eye of the tiger, and I'm like, he didn't have that edge. Was he coaching in fear? Did it mean so much? Is it because he had the weight of the world on his shoulders? Was he thinking about his mom? Was he thinking about Bob Stoops? What was it? He didn't have that edge.
I believe that he was worried. Yeah. And I think he was worried that he was going to get Nico hurt. I really do. He didn't have the offensive line that he needed, and he didn't want to put a rookie quarterback, freshman quarterback off that.
So let's out of all 10 of us, if you think that Hype was too conservative and you preferred him to be more aggressive, raise your hand. On the flip side of that, if you understand it and you're like, I would have done the same thing because of the tackles, because of the field, because of whatever, then don't raise your hand. So if you preferred him to be more aggressive, raise your hand. I don't even know what to do. I'm just curious. So Nate, is Nate the only one?
Can I do that?
I'm like, I know. I'm like, exactly.
There you go.
I'm both. I can see both. I can.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see both, and it's hard to know what you would do unless you're there. And just like with Joe Milton last year, I may have not liked it that they played Joe over Nico last year, but damn it, you have to trust Coach in that spot.
Very true.
And I think we all do, which is the good thing. It's just, it can be hard and it can be like pulling teeth sometimes, but damn it, I just think you have to trust him in that situation. I don't know.
Let me just hit this comment real quick. Bill Peak says apparently it was enough. 100%. Look, we were live for an hour and a half last night. We've been live for an hour and 15 minutes tonight. We're nitpicking at this point. Everybody on this panel is excited with the dub, but it's worth having a conversation. And clearly, Nate's making a good point when none of us can make a decision, right? Wade, what do you think about the talking point here, Wade?
I thought he coached very well. I mean, I thought it was a good decision. Hey, until that other offense can show me they can put up points and beat me, why am I going to risk anything? Why am I going to? I mean, and also you got to go along with this narrative. Everybody's been going along with this narrative. Oh, Josh Heupel hates Oklahoma. This. If he has the chance to run it up, and he's sitting here going, "Oh, I'm doing the complete opposite of what y'all thought I was going to do," and then he's just sitting here going, "My defense is going to win this game for me, and I trust them." He's showing them, "Hey, y'all got my back. I got your back. I trust you. Win the game. Let's just get out of here with a W. Put to bed that we can't win on the road in prime time." And I think it was a good coaching job. I mean, why are you gonna get your players hurt when you know your offensive tackles can't protect your quarterback?
Yeah. Who said it a minute ago in the chat? Joe Whalen. Sorry if I'm butchering your name here, but yeah. If you have no tackles and you're getting blindsided, Nico gets a concussion, or someone rolls up his ankle from the blind side. We're not talking about this. I know there's a lot of jokers that are like, "Oh yeah, we should be starting the backup anyway." No, we shouldn't. That would be a huge problem for us.
Send that person my way, and I'll slap them silly.
Thank you.
I think the running back missed the block when he got blindsided from the back. Our running back missed that block too. So they're going to
have people.
But there was another.
But it was total. I mean, totally. The two hits Nico took. I mean, you got to step back as your coach and go, if we lose him, what are we going to have this year? So I think it was a great job. Just hand the ball off, pin them deep, and say, show us what you got. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. They hadn't shown anything all year offensively to make you scared, and you know your defense is that good. So pin them deep and say, bring it on. What you going to do about it?
Yeah. Good coach. He'll take the pulse of the players and how the game's going. He's not going to risk his best players just so you can have some type of point advantage. But you look at it this way. Let's just say after what was up, 19-3, Coach Hop said, "Wait, you got this game in hand now." Hey, Coach Banks, let's dial up some even a more pressured, hard-hitting defense. We can put this game away, and we can walk away intact. That's what I think happened.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. Whole game plan. He knew he didn't have his offensive line like he wanted to. All right, let's play this safe ball, keep Nico healthy. We work with the offensive line we got. And you turn those dogs loose on defense and make them pay. And that's what I love seeing. If anybody who has played, I know to make a really good hard hit is not by accident. That's practice. Because you have to know how to engage a person's body, how to angle your body so that when you can get up and walk away, they're sitting there crying. When that running back took that ball at that sideline, and he got down the field, he was happy. He made one step out of line, but they cleaned his clock so hard, they're still laying down. They got up and walked away. That's kind of
he was hurt after that play. He was hurt.
That's two things you keep with you on the road.
Yeah, well, that's what I love, Ron. It wasn't just Jacoby Thomas. Boo Carter tried to lay the hammer too.
They were like Keenan Peely.
Yeah,
they were sticking down there all night. They were sticking.
There's two things you get on the road, right? Your toothpaste, your own toothpaste, and your defense. Bring him with you.
Yeah, there's it is a defensive coach. If I'm getting kind of late in the preseason before the season starts, and we're having live scrimmages, and I don't hear plastic popping, and I mean popping, I start to get concerned about what I have on defense. No doubt about it.
When's the last time we've seen a Tennessee defense play this physical?
98.
Like all three levels. For real. Like probably. Maybe.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Eric Harris.
Yeah,
that's one dude. That's one dude. Who else on that defense? Maybe some linebackers. I don't remember who was on that 08 team.
They had a good defense. We just couldn't score back then. And then the Vikings. the opposite happened
Here's
later
for
or
you.
before.
From some other people that we know and comes on the show sometimes. I saw that someone said that when's the last time we had a middle linebacker as good as Peely and Pancake.
I saw that.
Oh, Pancakes and Bacon.
Said that Jeremy Banks was as good. There's no freak. I like Jeremy Banks. He was physical, but there's no freaking way he's anything close to what Keenan Peely is.
Oh no,
I agree, and I love Pancakes and Bacon, but I agree with you, Wade. I agree with you, Wade.
The difference to me is Banks could stop the run at an elite level, but he wasn't anywhere near Peely in the pass game. Yeah, that's just it.
He couldn't drop back. He couldn't cover anything. He could man up.
And Keenan Peely, he makes. And Coach Jay can attest to this. I think Keenan Peely makes way better reads than what Jeremy Banks ever thought about making.
Oh yeah.
Whenever he goes, he goes. It ain't no. Oh, hold on. No, when Keenan Peely reads the play, he's very, very
shoots
smart.
his gun.
He shoots his gun. Very good.
He shoots in the hip and he just goes.
And whenever he's in a hole, I don't think. I mean, I haven't seen anybody yet. Maybe somebody will show us eventually. But man, as someone who played running back and linebacker back in the day, if I met Keenan Peely in a hole, I'm turning around and going the other way. I'm like, no, bro.
And he'd still chase you down.
I'd probably hand him the ball and block for him.
Yeah, yeah. Take a knee.
On teammate.
Yeah.
Now, I know y'all said it earlier, but boy, that one really got me.
Oh yeah.
Seeing him blow up the center off that, was it the center or the guard?
The center.
Yeah, that center got blown up all night.
Oh my gosh.
Norman Lott blew him up a couple times too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
And people can say, "Oh, Tennessee ain't played their deep." We say how good our defensive line is, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, NC State's offensive line wasn't that good, and Oklahoma's offensive line ain't that good." Watch how fast we blow off the ball. We are blowing them all. Like that safety, he was in the backfield. He was in the backfield before he even handed in the ball.
Weren't they on the 4? They were on the 4-yard line.
4-yard line, yeah, and he was hitting him when he handed him the ball. So I don't care how good your offensive or like how bad your offensive line is. When you're getting blowed off the ball that quick, that shows that the defensive line's really good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Since we were kind of tipping our cap, that is it 55 for them. That nose tackle for Oklahoma. That dude is a stud. Like if you're tipping your cap at the other dude, that guy, man, son of a gun. That guy was whooping our guards.
Dude, I tell you what, he has a motor. He can stunt left. He can stunt right. It doesn't matter what's going on. He does not care what side of the center he's going off of. He's going to get in there.
Yeah, he was a good player, no doubt.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see another
his
guy.
character is the word of the day for that guy.
Yeah. Yep.
I was getting a little agitated with it last night because it seemed like we kept running right up the middle. And I know better because being an offensive tackle previously, I was wanting to see more either a quick slant or something to the outside, just change up a little bit. But then it hit me later on after I calmed down about it that, you know, if you can't set the edge, there's no running to the outside. There's nothing.
Nate, I get you. If you've looked in the last few weeks, we've had those plays where we're running, and you've had Lance Hurd or John Campbell come from one side, pulling out to the other side, and start open those holes for Dylan Sampson. We didn't really get that last night at all.
Oh no,
because our tackles were getting barbecued all night.
And I do want to say, somebody in the chat earlier, like when I was in the back room, said that, you know, that they graduated or went to the same school as Dane Davis and he's a VFL and he works hard. 100%. And I hate it. I hate it. I like Dane Davis. I don't know if any of y'all were around. It was 2-3 years ago where we did the cameo thing and Dane Davis jumped up like it was the opening clip. Dane Davis was like, shout out to the Talkin VAWLS Network, smash that thumbs up, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I love me some Dane Davis. He's right down the road from me. I love him. And I think he does give us some versatility and a little bit of depth. But you also, if you're going to come on here and you're going to do YouTube and you're going to talk Tennessee football, you got to call a spade a spade. He got destroyed last night. It is what it is. That doesn't mean he's not a VFL. I was trying to explain it to my wife. And it would be like me saying, I can't dunk a basketball. And Coach Jay just going, well, jump higher, stupid. And me being, well, bro, I'm 6 foot and I'm fat. I can't get the – just jump higher. Jump higher.
What are you doing?
It's like the analogy we said at the top of the show.
It's like, who do you think I am, LeBron?
I'm on the bottom. Nate's got mount, and he's just raining fists in my face. And Coach A's going, Boogie, get up. Bro, I can't get up. It's not physically. Guess what? Sometimes you're the underdog. And I love Dane Davis. He's a VFL, but sometimes you just don't have it. You're not
it was a bad night for him. It was a bad night.
Last night.
There's always a bigger man.
I kind of said last night, I was like, why don't we just give one of the freshmen a run? Like, what's the worst thing?
I was thinking that myself, actually.
They're going to get blown up. So that was already happening. So, I mean, I was
couldn't be any worse.
Built in that way. I said it several times last night. I was like, why don't we just give one of these freshmen that's supposed to be highly talented, give them a chance. And
the only thing you have to worry about.
I was excited. I mean, I hoped he balled out last night, but I mean, like you said, a spade's a spade, and it always will be. So, but I mean, I love Dane Davis. I'm glad he stayed at Tennessee another year, and he's playing for us, and because he does give you that, that experience to plug and play. But man, God, he was getting.
It was a bad night.
Yeah, it was a bad night. Everybody has them.
Did anyone catch when they interviewed Nico after the game and they asked him about the offensive line play, the tackles that came in, about Larry Johnson and Dane Davis?
Did he give him a bunch of respect?
He put it. Yeah, he said they went in there, played their tail off. They did everything. I can't remember the exact quote, but yeah, he took ownership of everything.
Opposite of Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
His entire offensive line. No, he did.
Shedeur would have been like, that punk scratched my watch.
They threw their whenever EA Sports came out.
Sanders
fully gone off the rails, but whenever EA Sports came out, they had Shedeur and Travis play a game like in a demo the week it came out or whatever.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And they were throwing their offensive line under the bus on the game. They're like,
he did it to the media. He said, "How many times did Dylan Raiola get hit?" It's like, bro, are you kidding me?
I don't know how he's gonna. Everybody's like, the first pick and all this.
And he's going to be drafted in next year's.
I don't know, Willie.
He might go under. He's going to go undrafted for sure. For sure.
You think?
What happens when they
100%?
What happens when they interview his coach? What's Coach Prime going to say about little boy?
I need him to draft my son right now.
He got great character.
100%.
Great character.
Well, at least Dion's dream of getting his sons drafted to the Falcons is no longer going to be a thing.
I bet the Titans.
Just saying.
Well, we got to look for now, fellas.
I'll take Shedeur over Will Levis because that guy's not doing it right now.
The Bulls out on our back, fellas.
Titan fans said he was so good.
I'm not a Titans fan. I'm not an NFL fan, but he's been.
Ron
really does.
Yeah, Ron, go ahead, repeat that because I do agree with what you were saying.
I said,
all right, Ron, go ahead.
We're putting the Bulls out on our back. People can start raising their eyes to see what we do. And one little bit about with Nico, you think he was kind of playing conservative, or coach is calling the game conservative? How many people do you think now are screening through every play on offense and on defense, seeing what kind of weaknesses we have? Now, if he was holding something back in his playbook, guarantee if Nico can execute it, when we play those teams, those next to come teams that are way better than Oklahoma or NC State, we got something for them. The
Everybody in the SEC, including Alabama and Georgia, are skating that playbook 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and there's no doubt. I do think, even though I'm not impressed with Arkansas necessarily, they're an SEC team, and I do believe on the road we will get their best shot. That I do believe about that game. I just think we'll be able to eat that punch and throw bigger shots back, I suppose.
Balls by
Deliver
Vinny.
the knockout blow.
Balls by Vinny. Let me catch up with the chat. Bleed Orange for 5 says, Boogie, I'm a 2XL. GBO, by the way, Colt. Y'all have no idea how much this fan means to me and how much the show helps my sanity. Love you, Bleed Orange. I was a little sad when you left, man, because I love hanging out talking ball with you, man. It's always a good time when you come on the show. David Hall gifted a Talkin VAWLS membership. We appreciate that. Vols girl, Jenny says, I meant to ask you guys, did you see Juwan going off? I saw it all over Twitter. I don't watch the NFL. I don't care about the NFL.
Neither.
I can't stand it. Don't
They
watch
lost,
it.
though.
Oh,
49ers?
man. Bringing us down.
Damn.
On a last-second field goal.
Oh.
I'm gonna lose sleep. I'm gonna lose
They're
sleep
missing
over that.
CMC bad. They're missing CMC bad. But
Wait,
anyway,
didn't you just say you don't watch the NFL? What are you talking about?
I watch highlights. I don't watch live.
All right. Tony Canada's been a member for 8 months. We appreciate you, Tony. Hope you're hanging in there. Hope everything with your treatment's going well. Perry Dempsey becomes a member of the channel. Shout out, Perry. We appreciate it. We're an hour and a half into this thing. We're going to wrap it. But before we get out the door, let's expectations. Let's just go around the room. Let's start with Wade and kind of just roll our way through here. Wade, wait. Who is Coach McGee talking to?
Yeah, sorry, I gotta go, Boogie.
Well, you go first. Go,
yeah.
If you got to bounce.
Yeah. So 2 things. First and foremost, I'm glad everybody thought I looked like Josh Heupel. That's pretty good.
That was awesome.
A handsome man. A handsome man.
I mean, I am flattered. But second is our biggest trap game, I think, and unpopular opinion, argue if you want, is going to be Kentucky. I understand that we are Kentucky's daddy, but we got to look at Zion Childress. All right, Zion Childress had that 1 interception against Georgia. He looks like a ball hawk. So we really need to watch when we're throwing down the field with Nico, because I know Kentucky is not going to want to play nice with us. So I assume that Zion Childress is going to be a problem, especially with their offense. And then also, love you guys. Thank you for always having me on here. I appreciate every one of you. But gotta go. Love you guys.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for jumping on, man.
Yeah,
Always a good time.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what's my counter argument to Coach McGee?
Mark Stoops is 2-9 against this team, and to walk around this place before the game, I was disgusted. The smugness of those guys just walking around like, we're going to walk in here, we're going to kick your ass, and you can't do anything about it. And it made me sick. And you know what? They did it. They still did it. What the hell? Can we just beat this team? I know that Mark Stoops has done a lot of good things. This is his one really bad thing. The stupid stat about beating teams with a winning record and taking the next step and blah, blah. Just freaking beat Tennessee. Please, can we just stop losing to this stupid team with their stupid orange color, their stupid
Western Hall song.
Oh my God, we should leave it at that.
Okay.
We should close with that. That is the mind blower of mind blowers.
Good. I mean, I think that's a pretty good counter argument.
It's great.
That's a perfect counter argument.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's hell, we'll stay live all night, boys. Go ahead, Smokey Ball. What's your counter argument?
2 words. Gerald Mincy.
Oh, God. What a prick. What a prick. I'm assuming y'all saw the tweet, right?
Yeah.
What a prick.
What tweet was this?
Oh, God.
I didn't even see it.
All he tweeted out was LOL when John Campbell got hurt. That's all he tweeted out. Like just a low-class garbage human being.
Yeah.
I want to go into my baser human needs and go scorched earth on his ass. But I'll leave it be for another day.
I wanted to make a whole video on it.
Save it for another day.
I would have tuned in for that. You could have got me on for that show.
I just want to make a video that said Gerald Mincy's a piece of garbage and just roll with it. But
I'll say
that'd have been awesome.
I want to do a Coach Rice performance right now, but I can't.
Coach Rice uncensored.
Exactly.
Coach Rice's thoughts on Gerald Mincy. Let me hit some super chats real quick. Wayne's in the house. What's up, brother? Thoughts on Isaiah Campbell decommitted from Clemson, and Wilt Fong spoke on it. Go Vols. I made a video on that earlier today, Wayne. Isaiah Campbell going to visit North Carolina. He's going to visit Tennessee for the Alabama game. He's a Vol. That's what I think. And yeah, we need Douglas Utu. But let me tell you something, man. Like everybody's freaking out because Douglas Utu's going to decommit and he's going to Oregon, and it is what it is. And we do need offensive linemen. Isaiah Campbell, higher rated prospect than Douglas Utu, and I get it. 2 different positions. Coach, have you watched film on Isaiah Campbell?
Just a very, very small account, sample size of it.
I wanted to hit you up and ask you about him because it sounds like he's trending to Tennessee at this point. So
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
He's down for the Alabama game.
Yeah, Alabama. What's a more electric environment? North Carolina versus the School of the Blind or Tennessee, Alabama? He's coming
No
to Tennessee,
contest.
boys.
No
He's
contest.
coming to Tennessee, boys. I was just curious, Coach Jay, if you would hit because
Not yet.
I trust on 3. I trust this dude. This dude, man, he don't miss, man. I'm not blowing smoke up his butt. He doesn't miss. Jordan
North
Ross.
Carolina gave up 70 points yesterday.
Yeah.
Jesus, I
Steve
didn't know
Wilfong,
there when I saw that.
Steve Wilfong said that in his clip. He's like, North Carolina gave up 70. They could probably
To
sell him
James
on.
Madison.
We need you. We need you.
Yeah, James Madison, that's right.
That's not happening. Vols go over 5. I'm not a huge fan of the NFL, but I want the VFLs to do well and show out. Night, GBO, we appreciate you. Michelle drops a 20 spot. Michelle must think the show's about to end. She's like, all right, I'll drop my 20 spot and I'm going to bed. But that's Orange Boy. We'll play the clip. Coach McGee for 20. You didn't have to drop a 20 spot, Coach McGee. He said, you're right. Just keep a mind open. LOL. No pat needed. Coach McGee, it's always good when you come on here, brother. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Let's just go quick here around the room. Expectations. We're 4 weeks into this thing. We're undefeated. We beat two top 25 teams. I don't care what the national media says. Wade, expectations going into the year versus expectations now. Have they shifted or changed?
Nope, they haven't shifted or changed for me. I said 11-1. Loss come to Alabama or Georgia, one of the two. And I honestly, I think my expectation could go up, that possibly, depending on what Georgia continues to look like, I could say undefeated. But I think we're right on par. My expectation was before the season was playoffs. It's still playoffs. And I think we're going to get there. Arkansas might be a little tricky, but if we were playing them next week, I would say that could be a trap game. But I like Heupel coming off a bye, and then him saying that Kentucky is a trap game. We're coming off a bye again, so I like Heupel off a bye. He has a proven record off a bye, so I think we can win every game that's in front of us. This team's only going to continue to get better in 2022. What do? They went down to Pitt, had a stinker. We're all sitting here saying, "Oh, we're going to whoop Pitt." They had a stinker. They had a defensive battle down there, and third string quarterback. This ain't the same defense from 2022 either, though.
Yep.
You can say, "Hey, let's trust our defense today," and I think that's what we did last night, and I think it's going to happen a couple more times this year. I'm not going to be surprised, and I'm fine with it. At the end of the day, all I care about is getting that W beside our name. I don't care if we win 3-2. And at the end of the day, if you win, go to Georgia, you win 3-2. Guess what? You beat Georgia. Who gives a crap? Move on. Next game. So at the end of the day, all you can wish for is a W. So either way you look at it, a win's a win is a win. So we blow out the teams we're supposed to, and that game last night's only going to make Nico 10 times better. He finally got to see a defense to do something. I know Iowa's defense was really good, but they played base defense the whole day. He got to see some blitzes, and that throw to Dante, it looked like he looked off. So good, man.
Dude, Crompton. Okay, I got to rip Crompton again. Crompton said that's an easy throw. It might be an easy throw because he's open, but it's the location. I said it in the day after video. Throw a dart. Last year, you're a little off. You're a little high. You're a little low. You're a little behind. That's a 20-yard gain, 25-yard gain versus a Dante Thornton full stride touchdown. No chance the DB's catching him. That's the difference.
I was really happy to see finally last night. I know Coach Jay said our wide receivers kind of got whipped a little bit, but I was also really excited last night to see that listening to Jason Twain, he's been saying it all year to see, or I think it was Eric Ainge actually, but saying to see one of our wide receivers catch something that wasn't a scheme and take it to the house. That was just a deep slant, and he just took it to the house. And then that catch that Brew McCoy made, he made some guys.
Oh, on the bomb. Yeah. Oh, that both of them. Both of them.
But he caught the ball, and then he was making.
And the other one that got called back as well.
Yep.
That's what I've been waiting on all year. I've been waiting on to see a receiver catch something that wasn't a scheme pass and take it. and that's what you saw from Thornton last night. I don't think that was really a scheme thing. It was just a hell of a throw, a hell of a catch, and a hell of a run after the catch.
We're going to treat this like a tailgate show. Wade, we're going to get you out of here. Show everybody that beautiful, beautiful Talkin VAWLS.
Yeah, buddy.
Come on, bro.
Heck yeah.
I love. I always say that. He's like,
Nice.
here's the embarrassing Talkin VAWLS tattoo, and then look at this.
No,
home
that's
sweet
not
home.
embarrassing because I drew that when I was a kid, and I finally went and got it done. Look at the details.
Oh, that's awesome.
These
I
are the
love it.
state,
Nice.
Dude,
Oh,
I
that's
love it.
awesome.
and the
That's clean, man.
tri-stars.
That's cool.
Dude, I'm thinking about getting state outline like right here on my outer arm, and I don't know, maybe put a microphone on it. But we made a
Oh,
made a.
mine don't.
Wait, hold on. Do you have Tennessee stuff on your sleeve?
No, it's a
No,
Phoenix,
you-
but it's the same colors.
You're just showing up. Yeah, you
Yeah,
bunch
yeah,
of
yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
trashy.
They
You
sold
bunch of trashy dudes with all your tattoos, like you freaking heathens. Like anyway, Wade, we appreciate you, brother. We love you. You have a good night, brother.
Oh, y'all. See y'all later.
Take care, Wade.
We made a pact.
Later.
O'Shea, you gonna stick to it? You getting a Talkin VAWLS tattoo if we win a natty?
Happy about the fact, but heck yeah, if we win the national championship, I'm gonna get a tattoo.
The thing is, though, we got to fly you to
As she
Tennessee.
yells at me from the other room.
We got to get Coach Rice to the good side of the state. We got to get him up here to the east side of the state. And we all four, me, you, Dauber, and Coach Rice, have to go together and get tattooed if they win a natty. It's got to happen. I don't
What's
care
that,
what
Miss
Mrs.
J? You're gonna get a tattoo of it also on your lower back. That's weird,
She's-
babe. I don't know.
She get a Talkin VAWLS tramp stamp.
If Tennessee win, I'm gonna say this, y'all. If Tennessee does get a natty this year, I'm gonna get a tattoo as well. So I'm
There
right
you
there
go,
with
ball
you.
fan. We'll take
Dude,
it.
let's go. Let's go. That's
would've
why
had the
Wade,
money.
I'm right
Wade's
there
got
with you.
two dudes got Talkin VAWLS tattoos because of the Alabama game in 22. Of all fan 25,
Yeah, I was here for that.
give us your expectations going into the season versus now. Anything shifted or changed?
No, sir. My prediction still stands. Tennessee wins the natty undefeated. Not
Oh
one
my
single
buddy.
loss this year. I'm keeping it. I'm gonna stick to that.
So what's your
I want
tattoo
to
going
see
to
that
be?
happen.
What's your tattoo going to be?
National championship with the Talkin VAWLS tattoo.
Let's go!
2 tattoos in
State,
one go.
you got to get that state pride logo. You got to get that state pride logo on your arm. That's what's going down.
No matter if we take one loss, I'm still gonna get both tattoos. It's gonna take some time and some money, but you know what? I'll do it.
I love
Go.
Somebody
There you
pin
go.
that in the fucking comments, please. Someone pin that in the effing comments right now.
We're going to bring you to East Tennessee, too. You can get tattooed
you
with
go.
me and Coach Jay Dauber. and
Hey,
Coach Friday.
I'm in East Tennessee. I'm in East Tennessee, honestly.
Okay, it's
Already
going to
there.
happen. It's going to
45
happen.
minutes away from Chattanooga.
And we're going to make a video out of it. We're going to make a video and post it on the channel. That's what's going to happen.
There you
All right,
go.
brother. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate
Thank
the
you.
support, man. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you later, Buffalo.
All right, who do we got next? Is Michael Davis still here or is he blacked out?
I'm here.
All right. What do you got? Expectations going into this season versus now? You same spot, higher, lower?
Pretty much same spot. I was like 10-2, 11-1 coming into the season, and I'm really more sort of 11-1, even maybe 12-0 now. So maybe going up just a little bit. But depending on if we can get that line, if we can keep that line healthy, and maybe have some of the backups get a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Agreed.
because if our line's blocking against like Alabama and Georgia the way they did last night, we're not going to win those games. Like,
But the
they
thing
gotta
is,
protect better.
you lose those two games, you can still make the college football playoff, right?
That's very true.
that's
Yeah,
You could.
I think you would. I think they would at 10-2. Those are their only two losses.
Which is why this Oklahoma game was so important, man. So important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne says no face tattoos. Michael, if we win a natty, you
Talkin
gonna get a
VAWLS
tattoo?
teardrop.
You gonna get a tattoo with
Well,
us?
I would have had the money, but I don't know if I'll have the money. They're expensive.
Fair enough. They
Maybe
are
we
expensive.
we should start a crowdfunder. We'll
There you
go to
go. There
GoFundMe.
you
We'll
go.
start a crowdfunder for Talkin VAWLS tattoos. Why not? VFL for Life says I'm in. I'm down for the tattoo trip. Can you imagine us just rolling into the tattoo shop with like 60 people?
Just a bunch.
They're like, what
Shut
is
me like,
this?
huh?
Like my tattoo
Somebody
artist that
got the
did
same
all
tattoo.
this, like she's part of the story too, man. Like one of her husband's best friends is a listener of the channel, And it was so funny because when I was thinking about quitting my job is when she was working on my sleeve and she was like, oh, by the way, he's asking us all the time, like, what's going on with Boogie? I think he's quitting his job. And she's like, no, he's not quitting. And she knew all along what was going on and she was just covering it up. And then when I quit, he's like, I knew it. So it's kind of funny, man. So she's in on it. She's been part of the ride. It's been fun. All right, Michael, appreciate you coming on, brother. You have a good night, okay?
Yep, y'all too. Go Vols.
Go Vols.
Go Vols.
All right, Irish Smoky Vol. When did you become a part of the family? I feel like you're a brother from another mother, but you've not been here that long.
I think it's less than a month, actually.
Oh, wow.
How did you find the channel and what brought you in?
Coach
Shut up, Coach Jay. Get this
His
guy
USC
out of
balls.
here. What the hell? What is
No,
this
it's okay.
guy
Bring
doing?
it back. Bring it back. Okay.
Bring him back so you
I
can
guess-
tell him no.
Yeah.
Get out of here. No, it's kind of a long story. Probably more. It's a long story more than I have time for. Boogie, I'll DM you in a few minutes and I'll share my story. And then if you want to do it another day, you can have it. But basically, I became a fan during the Josh Dobbs era. I've kind of said this before. I've been kind of paying attention a little bit in my teenage years because we used to have ESPN for free on our TV over here. Now it doesn't exist anymore, but they used to have college football games playing during the summer, during the autumn, and I kind of just got hooked into it. I was like, this seems interesting, and I just started watching. And one of the days, I think, ironically, it might have been the Georgia game, 2016, Juwan Jennings, Hail Mary.
Good moment.
And we won against the Bulldogs that day, and I was like, the colors look good. Let me just research this lot. And
That is crazy.
That's awesome.
Game over.
Such a.
That's awesome.
It's a wild story, but yeah.
That's all football. Like, look at Coach Jay's story, right? Like, it's all over the country. It's all over the world. It's crazy.
And
it's crazy.
I know there's another guy. His name is Bobby. He's in the chat. I think his tagline is TN Tennessee Bobby, and he's from Cornwall in England.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
on the
all over
same.
the place.
He's on the same time zone as I am, and I'll let you know this. I was in the chat for last night's post game show. I didn't sleep till 6 a.m.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
See, it's just amazing to me, man. Like, people all over the world that follow. Like, it makes sense for me, right? East Tennessee dude, grew up, turn on the TV, I see Andy Kelly, I'm like, that's my guy. That's what I want to watch, and I'm a Tennessee fan for life.
It was completely organic. It was just completely random. I wasn't expecting it to happen. It just did.
There you go.
I love it, man.
But I'll wrap this up quick. I don't want to hold the show up any longer. I was nervous coming into the season because I'm just naturally nervous as a fan of any team I support, whether that be here in Europe, at home, or whether it be any American sports. I'm just naturally nervous. But the last few weeks, we've been playing really, really well. To answer your question from earlier, how did I get involved with the channel? I was just scrolling through some videos on YouTube, as you naturally do, and I saw that we were doing well on the recruiting trail again. And that just led me to your channel. And I'm like, let me check this out. And, well, I'm like a stick. I've just been stuck to the channel ever since.
That's awesome.
Cruton with Boogie and the coaches.
There you go.
It was Cruton with Boogie and the coaches.
There you go.
It was that month, as I think Coach Rice said it in another stream, that month of recruiting that we had.
Oh yeah, it was a hot streak.
We were on that wasn't a hot streak. That was surface of the sun hot streak.
I love it, man.
Anyway, I'll wrap this up, and I promise I'll wrap it up this time. Prediction 11-1. I think we lose narrowly to Georgia at Athens. We beat Alabama. We get We might make it to the SEC championship, maybe not. If we don't, I want Texas in the playoffs. At Neyland, Arch Manning, we be the real UT. And we rematch with Georgia in the national championship and get our own back. That's
I
what
love it. Sign me up for that.
sir.
I love that,
Yes,
especially
sir.
Texas in Neyland Stadium. Appreciate you coming on, buddy. Big part of this channel now. Even though you're recent, you're new, you're here every time we go live. We appreciate it, brother. Have a good night.
I might not be here for every fan call-in show.
You're here about every time.
But I'll be in the chat. No doubt.
We appreciate it, brother. Have a good night, my friend.
I will. I'm gonna get some sleep.
Get you a cold beer first. You'll see.
I'm more of a whiskey guy, but
there you go.
I don't know anybody like that. Do you, Coach Jay?
Just one or two.
just one.
Yeah.
All right, later, brother. Appreciate you. All right, y'all gonna get me in trouble. Let me hit this couple of super chats. Sean for 2 says, "Why? Why, Coach Jay?
Why? Ask why?
Why am I undefeated against Sean? We know why. There's a hashtag out there about it, but we're not going to talk about it. Sean, I will see you Tuesday night. Vol fan 25 drops a 50.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Vol fan 25 says, love Talkin VAWLS, not backing out of the natty tattoo. Neither man, I've got to go get this filled in for, like, I've got clocks all over me. It's like my kids' birthdays, our anniversary, like everything has meaning. And then my tattoo artist was like, we got this spot. What are we going to do? And we were talking. I'm like, you're going to be pissed. I want another clock. And she's like, why? I've done all these clocks. I'm sick of clocks. It's like when my tattoo artist was Dauber's tattoo artist. And she didn't even know that till I was in the seat. And she was like, what do you do? And I was telling her about where I worked and how I did YouTube. And I was trying to quit and do it full time. And she's like, do you know, and said his real name. And I was like, yeah, that's my co-host on my YouTube channel. And she's
That's
like,
awesome.
he has a bunch of bricks. And she was like, I was so sick of bricks. And with you, I'm sick of clocks. And so this one, every hour hand on these clocks has meaning. And then we were adopting the little guy. I said, I want another clock. And I want you to leave those hands blank. And when we finalize the adoption, you're going to come back in and put his gotcha day on there. And she was like, I'm down for that. She's like, I'll do another clock 100%. So we finalized the adoption back in the summer. I got to hit her up and we got to get that taken care of. But every time I go in the tattoo shop, I'm like, that's not good enough. I need to do something else. So I'm really thinking like the state outline on my forearm. I don't know. But we're gonna get tats. We're gonna get tatted up for the national championship. Ron the Don. Expectations before national championship. Expectations now national championship. Has anything changed for you, Ron the Don?
No, not a whole lot has changed. I still want 11-1 because it is what it is. 98, 99, 2000, 2001, we was a great team with a great defense. Coming into 2016, we was a great team with great players, poor coaching. So now we're at the point now. We have a great team, we have great coaching, and we're just so shell-shocked we don't want to lose a game. And especially, we want some get back. We want some real long-time payback. So I would really want to go 12-0. And every team that kind of side-swiped us or side-looked at us, I want us to meet them in the playoffs and just stomp a mud hole in them. I mean, just clobber them. Hey, take the bullets off our back. But that's what I really want because it's we're overdue, man. We're overdue. We're really, really overdue. And I don't – teams talk about, well, you can take a lot. No, I don't even want to take no losses. That's why people get a little iffy when things ain't going straight. I want to rummage through the SEC. I want to take this national title and show in the face of everybody else. Aha! The balls are here to stay once again, and we're ready. Bring it on. Every game, 12-0. But that's been my prediction every year. But we'll wind up win loses. I take it. But I want to win, man. I want this so bad. Watching the roller coaster, I want this so bad.
These are the questions everybody wants answered, though, Ron.
Ooh.
Please tell me you're going to smoke a full pig, a full hog in 2 weeks for Arkansas. You bet. If you don't send me a video of your grill with a full hog on it, I'm gonna be mad at you, Ron.
And an address.
It'd be worth
Yeah,
seeing.
and your address. What the heck, Ron? We've not been invited yet.
I'll make it happen.
A Talkin VAWLS meet and greet cookout at Ron the Don's house.
Yep.
He's like Boogie.
Car keys.
Sounds too much like right.
No,
He's like Boogie.
over. I hate to say that, but anyways.
He's like, Boogie, can you please stop talking now and get me out of here? You committed me to too much. All right, Ron the Don, we love you. We appreciate you, brother. We'll catch up on the next one, my friend.
Right, go Big Orange.
Go Big Orange.
All right, let's go Arkansas, Vol. What do you got, brother? You've been sitting there patiently, quietly with that squeaky seat.
Yeah, squeaky seat, bad internet. It's all. Before I get started about the team, I believe I know the real reason why Nate was so mad last night.
Uh-oh.
And I just got to ask you, is that the real reason? Every wrestling fan knows that JR is an Oklahoma Sooner through.
Oh,
so
no.
Is that it?
Ain't no love in Oklahoma. That is it.
That is a perfect response, Nate. That's a perfect response.
No, my expectations haven't changed other than they may have raised a little bit. We played 4 games, and we've won 4 different ways. From offense against Kent State and Chattanooga, 12 personnel, something we haven't seen a handful of times in the first 3 years under Josh. And then this game, clock management and defense. And with what Nate was talking about earlier about being frustrated, as a fan, absolutely, I wanted to put 50 on him in the first half. But at the same time, I understand why he's done it, because you got to think, how many times is Coach Heupel playing chess and everybody else playing checkers?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I can't remember where I heard it, but until there's that first touchdown drive, halfway through the fourth, they didn't even have 100 yards of total offense yet.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
why not? When your defense is that dominant, whether they got a good offense or not, why put more players at risk? Get out there. You got the W. I don't know. I understand people like Jenny was talking earlier. I think it was that if we play like this, we're not going to beat Alabama or Georgia. Well, guess what? That's not who was on the field. And if you hold a team to under 100 yards in 3.5 quarters, I don't see how that's not going to win a lot of games.
Yep.
In my opinion, regardless of how we played, we won. Everybody should be happy. And I guarantee you, if you ask any coaches, it's left on the schedule. Sorry, the bridges suck in Arkansas. There's a squeeze. If you ask any coach that's remaining on the schedule, if they would rather play this team or the 22 team, I guarantee you they'd say the 22 team because we're more complete.
Yes, sir.
We have a
1,000,000%.
All around the board. So, yeah, I'm happy. I think, and if you look at the schedule, the Georgia game's looking a little bit easier, and I'm not saying that we're going to win, but if you look at their schedule, they have to go to Texas, then they got Florida and Jacksonville, then they have to go to Ole Miss, and then we come to town. So they got 3 tough games. You can say what you want to about Florida, but that's a rivalry. You never know about them, and they play them tough. Whether they get beat to death or not, they still play them tough. So they got three tough road games before they get us at home. So I like our chances if we keep playing like this and stay healthy. And
all right, Arkansas.
You're
not worried about what?
I'm not worried about Arkansas either. I've watched them play half a game against Oklahoma State. You get pressure on their quarterback, they're done. So I'm not worried about them at all.
Everybody gonna be telling me to take it one game at a time for the next 3 weeks because I ain't gonna shut my mouth till Alabama comes to town because that's how much I believe in this team. Arkansas Vol, we love you, brother. Appreciate all your support of the channel. It's always good to have you hanging out, even though you're bouncing up and down on that seat in Arkansas.
Yeah, it's not just annoying to you all, promise. But
Big
Orange, y'all have a good night.
Later, brother.
Big Orange.
All right, Nate. And then there was one. What about you? Expectations shifted any?
No, I think if anything, they've become more resolute. Looking at the schedule, we got October 5th at Arkansas, October 12th at Florida. And I want to say this before I go any further. people were saying too much about, that we were expecting them to put 50 points up and want the big wins. And that wasn't the issue last night. Last night, we just needed points, period. I didn't care about 50 points, but even if we had just thrown 7 on the scoreboard, 14 on the scoreboard, I would have shut up. I wouldn't complain at all. So it's not just wanting the big run up the score or anything like that. But now Florida, when we go to Florida, when Florida comes to us, I believe this year. So when that happens, I want us to run up the score. I want us to beat them jokers by 80 points. I hate Florida, so I have to do that. The way you feel about the Georgia fans, I feel that way about the Florida fans. So ain't no good ones. Ain't no good ones. But we do that, and when it comes time for Bama, I don't have a worry at all. I think that we're going to take control. I think our defense is going to handle it. I think Nico is going to be able to take care of what he needs to take care of. We have horses out here, and this is how I pictured last night's game, or for the game. When you put a horse in the round pen, there's only one thing that it can do. It can only go in circles. It can only do one thing. But that horse was made to sprint. It was made for long distance. It was made for jumping, for whatever you want to do it. But when you have it in a centered location, that's the only thing it can do. And I think that's what we saw with Nico last night. There wasn't much that he was able to do. There wasn't enough play calling that he was able to do. So he was stuck to one thing, and that was it. So I don't blame Nico. Don't blame anything. That was a lot of offensive line issues. And but saying all that, Kentucky, don't have a worry. Mississippi State, I definitely don't have a worry about that. So then it goes to Georgia. So when we get to Georgia, if we come to Georgia undefeated, we're going to stomp Georgia. If we come to Georgia undefeated, we are going. I'm not going to say just balls by 50, but I'm going to say at least a 2-touchdown game if we come to them undefeated. I'm that confident. And then the rest is history, man. Then we will have a championship.
You gonna come to East Tennessee and get a tattoo with us?
You know what? I do not even have one at all. But if we win a championship, I'll see you in East Tennessee.
There we go.
There's gonna be 60 of it. We're rolling in 60 deep. We're rolling in 60 deep to get tattoos together, man. I'm here for it. God, I love. Like last night, I felt so many people last night. Even Nicholas was like, "Boogie, I hope you're not mad at me." Understand. When I respond to you aggressively and I'm laughing and smiling, it's a bit. We're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I respect everybody's opinion, and that's what this channel is all about. Nate, you're a big part of this channel. We appreciate you coming on, brother. I agree with everything you said, man. I don't know that I'm ready to say a win over Georgia, but I think this team's definitely capable of 11-1, 100%. So we appreciate you coming on, brother. We're 2 hours into this thing. Nate, you have a good night. We'll catch you on the next one, brother.
Y'all too.
Thank you, Nate.
Coach Jay's looking at Mrs. Coach Jay saying, he told me an hour. I don't know. He made me play my stupid game, and now I got to stay on here for 2 hours. And all I got out of this was a Mercedes. All I got out of this was a Mercedes. That's it.
That's it. Just one Mercedes.
All right.
So
I don't have anything to add. I think we just need to call it a night.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. I think I'm good. Go Vols. Keep trucking.
Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., me and Eric Kane talking Vols, locked on talking Vols. We're going to break down this Tennessee-Oklahoma game. I'm excited to see what Eric has to say about it. He was there. I'm curious to hear what he says about the atmosphere. Tuesday night, we're going to play some EA Sports College Football. Wednesday night, all hands on deck. Everybody going to be here because we're not going to do the Friday morning stream. So Coach Jay is going to join us Wednesday night for Talking Vols Live. And then that's it, man. We're going to take a break. No Friday morning show, no tailgate show, no post-game show. It's a bye week. I'll try to pump out some content. Maybe there'll be some recruiting news that'll be coming your way. If you missed the day after video, go give it a watch. Drop some recruiting news earlier. We kind of teased that tonight. Go give that a watch. We're going to drop as many videos as possible. But for tonight, for Coach Jay, my name is Boogie Bentley. This is the Talking Vols Network. Go Big Orange.
That we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and